superimposition is very different from just one photograph of yours superimposing on another photograph. Yeah. You understand it's really deeper than just seeing the illusion of a snake in a row. It has layers and layers and layers. And these layers cannot be explained in any worldly example, because in any worldly example, there are not so many layers. Here there is the eye sense, then there is the mind which has thought waves and feeling waves. Then there are intellectual waves and the memory weaving everything together. And then there is the body arising wave. And then there is sight, sound, smell, taste, touch. Do you see the number of layers here? There is no worldly example out there which can be used to really show you so many layers of superimposition. So the snake and rope is just a tiny pointer in that direction. See it as a zillion rope snakes, one after the other. Like the layers of an onion, like that you have layers of snake rope, snake rope, snake rope, snake rope illusions. You dodge one, you get trapped in the other. You dodge the other, you get trapped in the other. You keep getting trapped. Do you recognize this? Such a complicated Adhyaasa. It has a mechanic. There's some mechanics how it works. Yeah, that is Adhyasasya Tantram, the mechanics of superimposition. How? How does it happen? This also was clearly defined by Adi Shankaracharya, but I will not go into textual definitions, super complicated Sanskrit and super complicated way of explaining it. We will attempt to see it. Let's go there directly. So, bring up any fear that you have had. Any fear, water, fear of snakes, fear of putting on too much weight, fear of being seen in public in a particular way, fear of criticism, fear of what your parents think of you as the son or the daughter, whatever fears you have. What is this fear? It is nothing but a sanskar. Sanskara is nothing but a deep-seated impression of that wave that was given too much importance. A wave arose. I don't know what your wave is. Remember your fear wave? That wave just arose. And what did you do? You allowed that superimposition to happen. You forgot your formlessness, your namelessness, your fearlessness. You allowed that superimposition to happen. Because the superimposition happened, because the belief happened, because the assumption happened that I am fearful of this, this became a very deep-seated samskara or impression, which is nothing but a deposition of the same wave, and that will keep coming up again and again. Keep coming up, keep coming up. When does it come up? In the darkness. Darkness triggers that memory impression of the danger of a snake. Now only the memory impression has come up. Means there is only a thought or a feeling of fear. There might not be proper words. There might not be proper explanation. Ignorance has induced it. Why does that come up? What is the reason that this particular superimposition that I allowed, this went and became a seed which got deposited deep? Why did it become that seed? Because of my ignorance. I'm playing that game with myself, remember? I, Brahman, have chosen to close my eyes and have refused to look at my own namelessness and formlessness and fearlessness. That is ignorance. That closing of the eyes. That induces that lust for becoming. Here, becoming means to become a form, to become a name, to become, I don't want to be fearful, but the opposite of my nature, basically. Because my nature is a very boring straight line of equanimity, namelessness, formlessness, too much peace, fearlessness, too much peace, very boring, nothing happening, no drama, no masala. Yeah? So the lust for becoming is there, the lust for masala. That is the reason you play hide and seek, right? Oh, we are all getting bored. Let's play hide and seek. Why? There's a lust for becoming that which is not. And what induced it? Because I got bored of myself and wanted to play the game of hide and seek. Ignorance. That is ignorance. Now, because of ignorance, that deep-seated impression is there. This memory impression flashes the form of a snake at the mental level. Means what? The lust for becoming localizes a subtle eye sense. I know from my Swapna Nidra Jnana sadhana, there is no eye sense in the deep sleep. Yet I cannot say I do not know nothingness. I have always known nothingness. Even as a little child, if I was asked what was there in deep sleep, I very confidently proclaimed, there was nothing, Mama. So I can never say that I don't know nothingness. I have always known nothingness. Nothingness means I was not there. I sense was not there. I thought was not there. Which means the lust for becoming was not there. And suddenly from the deep sleep arises this subtle eye sense. Means the lust for becoming has localized as a subtle eye sense. Do you recognize that? Now that you've started recognizing this at the Turiya level, at the fourth level, now add one more recognition to it. Have I become very clear that this I sense comes up because of the lust for becoming? Now it's not just that it comes up in sleep only. It happens moment to moment during the waking. Do you recognize? It is not a continuous waking state. It will become very clear. When there is a wave, it is a waking wave. Suddenly there is a dream wave, and suddenly there is the absence of waves. Oh, right here, right now, waking, dreaming, and deep sleep just came and went. There is no real full chunk of waking state together, solid waking state. No. Right here, I see the waking wave, I see the dream wave, and then I see the absence of all waves. After the absence of all waves, if I'm really vigilant, I'll see the I come up. And it has a lust for becoming, and it grabs onto something. Perception, sensation, thought, feeling. Grabs means it projects it. It projects an idea of perception, sensation, thought, feeling. Because of the lust for becoming. That's the beginning point of the superimposition. I am going to now assume this mental picture of Ekta and become Ekta. I'm going to assume the mental picture of this waker and become the waker. Are you able to see the tiny gap where this I sense is standing alone and recognize its lust for becoming before it becomes that mental picture of I? The moment before the superimposition, the I has just crystallized as if from nowhere. has localized. Can I see it? It has localized because of the lust for becoming. The fear associated with that memory projects a gross form of a snake on a gross physical rope. And this I sense, it objectifies itself as a subtle dream body mind in a subtle dream world. We are going from deep sleep to dreaming and then to waking, as it happens in our Swapna Nidra Jnana Sadhana. You'll see the I sense objectifies itself. It wants to be something, to become something. So it has a dream body mind first. It projects a dream world. And the I sense projects itself as that same thing which is extended as a physical body mind in a gross physical world. Oh, dream and waking are not different. Has the wall between the dream and the waking collapsed yet? Are you able to recognize, oh, I sense becomes a little solid and a little more solid. That's all it is. There is nothing. Then there is a subtle I sense, and there is a between subtle and gross, and then there is gross. Oh, it is only gradations of the same thing. It's only an increasing degree of objectification from deep sleep to dreaming to waking. Oh, this is the mechanics of superimposition. How? What happened? A misconception was born of a memory-like impression of a snake, and that is being imposed where it is not. The snake is not there. There is a rope, but the snake is being imposed where it is not. And then that entire misrepresentation is perceived as if it is the present truth. So samskara triggered the superimposition. You'll say, oh, now I can't do anything. Sanskara is doing it. How did the sanskara get created? You can't say, oh, I don't know which came first, the egg or the chicken. No. How did that superimposition really get into a deep-seated seed of impression? How did it happen? You were the one that wanted to play the game. You played the game of hide and seek. You forgot your nameless, formless, fearless. You assumed a name, a form, and fear. And now you are crying. You have created this whole illusion. That's how sanskara triggers the superimposition. Again, you cannot say that it's not a sanskara, it is remembering a snake. You're not really remembering a snake that you saw in the past. Maybe you saw a snake with diamond shapes on it, nice brown and green color. You're not seeing that exact snake, that exact location where you saw the snake. If you had seen that exact location, if you had seen that exact snake with the exact brown and green colors, you could say it is a remembrance, it is memory. It is not memory, it is like memory. Do you realize this? That's how you know the difference between sanskara and just memory. These are two different things. Suppose this session gets over now. But you remember Ekta exactly like that in the yellow color and the white color outfit. Exactly like that. That is memory of Ekta. Is that clear? Exactly like this. That is called the memory of Ekta. But suddenly you start walking out And far away you see somebody walking in some white color outfit, far away from your window, far away. And you think, oh, that's Ekta. No, that's not Ekta. This was superimposition. It is memory-like, but it is not a memory because I did not really see Ekta. Did this become very clear? That is what is Adhyaasa or superimposition. It is not a remembrance. You're not really remembering a snake when you see the rope. Like that only, you're not remembering a body-mind world. There is no remembrance there. There is an actual idea, an actual projection happening. As if you're perceiving a body-mind world. Look around at your room. Doesn't it feel like it is an actual projection? You're actually perceiving a room. You're actually perceiving a room. But what is reality? Only when I look this side, there is a perception of sight wave. Then I look this side, there is perception of sight of this. This is gone. When I look here, there's perception of sight of this. But this and this is not there. But what is the memory doing? It's weaving it all together and saying, I am perceiving a room. Do you see it? So it's memory-like. It is not memory. Like that only, I have a mental image of this waker. Mental image of Ekta. And I'm constantly carrying it. Constantly. Even when you start talking to a family member, you are imagining this mental image is talking to the family member. Have you realized this? This is superimposition. First of all, you have to discard this name form and the fear which comes with it. Be the namelessness, formlessness, fearlessness. You will see the family member's voice or sound of words arise and fall like a wave. When the sound is there, there is no form of the family member, no sight. When the sight is there, the sound is not there. Or if you are hugging the family member, the wave of touch is there. Nothing else is there other than that. This I can see only when I maintain my namelessness, formlessness and fearlessness. If I don't maintain this, this becomes a story. Adhyaasa or superimposition is a memory-like impression. It is not memory. It is imposition of just that memory-like impression of body-mind world where it is not. Where it is not. No, the son or the daughter or the family member is not a continuous, permanent entity that exists separately from me, the Brahman. No. But I impose it where it is not. And then this entire misrepresentation. Oh, I'm the parent, this is the child, this entire misrepresentation. This is perceived as the truth. This is my present truth. Oh, this is Adhyaasa, superimposition. Has this become clear? Yeah. How am I supposed to recognize it in my direct seeing? No assumptions. Direct seeing is important here. This is how the mechanics of superimposition work. Am I able to see this very clearly? It's not supposed to be memorized. It's not supposed to be intellectualized. It's not supposed to be written down in the notebook. The notebook is getting enlightened. No, it needs to be seen. Direct seeing is the key.